A very good morning. You're watching News 9 with me, Akshita. Well, first up, the riches of around 1 lakh crore rupees of Thiruvananthapuram's Sri Padmanabhaswamy temple may be finding its way out. In a damning report regarding the affairs of the temple submitted to the Supreme Court, there have been allegations of pilferage of temple wealth. The amicus curiae Gopal Subramaniam told the court in his report about recent discovery of a gold plating machine in the temple premises and expressed apprehension that some original temple golden ornaments may have been pilfered and replaced with fakes. Subramaniam also added that there appeared to be a deep-rooted conspiracy in the apparent mismanagement of the temple wealth and suggested a detailed audit by former Comptroller and Auditor General Vinod Rai. He also found discrepancies in the general account kept by the temple management and suggested an audit of it. Subramaniam said for the last 30 years, the receipts from devotees had not been accounted for properly and said this was an additional reason for a detailed audit of temple accounts. Rare jewels, stone-studded crowns, heaps of gold and silver coins, idols and gold, silver and brass platters and lamps whose value is estimated at nearly 1 lakh crore rupees were found in the temple in July 2011, catapulting it overnight to one of the richest temples in the country. My colleague Verghese joins us live from the newsroom with more information. Verghese, even with this discovery way back in 2011, there was a lot of fear that this particular gold would reach the hands of the wrong kinds of people. A lot of steps and measures were also taken up to ensure that this particular gold remained with the temple, in the custody of the temple. But it definitely looks like that may not be the case.
Well, that is one thing that has come out from this report. In fact, this report by the amicus curiae, in fact, puts things across saying that there is some kind of a conspiracy that is going on, though the temple management has come out and said that it is not, the report is quite misleading. But some of the finds of the amicus curiae after a 35-day inspection, Akshita, there's something strange about some of the things that he found over there. One of the things that he found was why there was a gold plating machine within the premises of the temple. So that is what led him to further investigate, and now he fears that some of those ornaments might be replaced with gold-plated fakes, and that there's been a huge pilferage that is happening from the temple treasury, and it is a deep-rooted conspiracy with several hands involved. So that is one of the allegations he's put. The net worth of the wealth that is there is around rupees 1 lakh crore. Now from that, again, we must understand that the B vault has not yet been opened, and nor has its items been inventorized. So the present amicus curiae Gopal Subramaniam has asked the Supreme Court to give special permission to in fact ensure that this particular vault is opened and that there is an inventory of the items present in that vault is taken into account. The other thing is also that there are now new vaults that have been added according to this report. After the inspection, Gopal Subramaniam has in fact named 2 more vaults as G and H. Now these 2 vaults are also to be, he's asked the court to give authorization for these 2 new vaults also to be opened and its inventories taken into custody, and also to ensure that it has been inventorized. And but now at present, what we are finding out is that there has been, the temple management also has reacted to the report. Especially there has been an allegation that he has put forward saying that he's found discrepancies in the general account kept by the temple management and has suggested that this needs to also be accounted for. So there are these several things that this report has come out with, especially after 35-day inspection. In spite of the foolproof security that the state government has given, there is an indication from this report that there is pilferage happening in this wealth, and also we do not know what is the total amount of the wealth that is present in it, because we've not taken the antique value. At present, the wealth has been verified only with regards to the precious metals and the stones. Its antique value has not been taken into consideration, and at present now we have the B vault to be opened, and also the G and H vaults, the new 2 vaults that are there, that also have been asked to be inventorized. So we are looking at a situation where you need to have a simultaneous continuous effort at making sure that this thing does not pilferage, the well does not pilferage out, but at the same time you're able to inventorize the material there and actually get an approximate value to this entire wealth that is there. So this is a damning report that has been submitted to the Supreme Court by the amicus curiae, and the temple management has come, in fact, vehemently denied this and say it is quite
right, Verghese, but of course there's also a lot of talk about the fact of what Supreme Court will also do. And of course, we will come back to you there for those particular updates as well. But of course, we have been seeing a lot of curiosity about the kind of gold that is housed in the Padmanabha Swami temple. If in fact there is some sort of pilferage, it will be very, very unfortunate to say in the least. It is something that is considered a part of history, a part of legends. And this particular discovery definitely meant a lot, not just to the country as a whole, but also to the archaeological aspect. It is a piece of history after all, and now of course we could be looking at some sort of pilferage coming into light. Well, coming back to Verghese, it clearly seems like the amicus curiae is very, very positive that something or the other is not right. There is some sort of fluctuation with regards to the gold there, and there could be some misdeeds involved. When can we expect a reply from the Supreme Court with regards to this report?
Well, the Supreme Court will have to now ensure that they study the matter really well and in fact look into the report, because if you look, the trust, if you look way back, the SA had ordered preparation of the inventory, and it also squashed an order of the Kerala High Court order directing the state government to take over the temple from the trust controlled by the erstwhile rulers of Travancore. So the erstwhile royal family is in fact in control of the trust also. So these are allegations that in no way indirectly points towards Travancore royal family. But again, the management has come out saying that it is a very misleading report that has been put into place, and that the inventorization of the articles have been taking place. But then there are these questions about why would you have a gold plating machine within the premises of the temple? Some unusual machinery being found within the premises of the temple, that is actually sparking a lot of debate. But again, the Supreme Court is making ensure that the inventories that are there in the temple is taken into account. They want everything to be accounted for, but then this report again pulls up the kind of pilferage that is there, especially with regards to simple things like the accounting on a day-to-day basis. They found discrepancies in that. So with that, we are looking at a kind of wealth that is actually very historical. You have Napoleonic era coins to East India Company days coins. So with so much of wealth around and so much of wealth to guard, it is a little difficult proposition at keeping an eye on when some of this wealth is being slowly whisked out of the temple. So this is one challenge that is there. Now the Supreme Court could in fact go ahead and ask for better security for the temple. It might even go ahead and ask for better scrutinization policies, introduction of new technology that would in fact detect metals going outside, and also a closer scrutiny at the people who manage the entire temple. So it is very important that this report is taken into consideration by the Supreme Court if the wealth is being pilferaged. But again, there are question marks that the management of or the trust has in fact raised with regards to this report, saying that it is an effort to speed up the process of the state taking over the temple trust. So if you look at it, it looks like that is what the temple management is actually alleging. But on the whole, some quite issues that have been brought about by this report. In fact, after a 35-day inspection, one of the most curious items to be found was this gold plating machine, and that is what has led to the suspicion, Akshita.
Right, Verghese, thank you so much for joining us with all those updates. But the question now is whether the Supreme Court will go ahead and take some sort of steps to ensure that there's no pilferage, and also will we see those vaults being opened up and the counting taking place, keeping in mind that there could be some sort of discrepancies in place where the temple management or anybody else, any influential person, has been involved in actually going ahead and pilfering the gold that was discovered, which is worth nearly 1 lakh crore rupees.